Hi, everybody. Welcome back to What We're Watching, a podcast to keep your eye on. My name is Reese Potter.
And I'm Ava Potter.
We have a big episode today. This is the most anticipated episode for me personally. We've been talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. All the award shows have been leading up to this. It is the biggest night in film. We have the Academy Awards, the Oscars.
Woo!
Woo! So, if you guys remember, quite a few weeks ago, we discussed what our Oscars predictions were. So this is going to be kind of a recap of everything that happened at the Oscars, what we predicted versus what actually won, our favorite looks, some of the crazy stuff that happened that night, some of the iconic awards given out. So this is just going to be your full recap of everything Oscars. If you didn't get a chance to watch on Sunday, this is your opportunity to sit down, tune in, and listen up for all of the good stuff to talk about. So, Ava, are you ready to get into it?
Yes, I'm super excited.
Awesome. So we'll start with the red carpet because the red carpet, of course, is before where the iconic looks come throughout the night. So, Ava, do you want to start? Give me who are some of your iconic looks for the night? Like, we'll go, give me a couple of the women you loved, a couple of the men you loved. Just like walk me through what were your favorite looks you saw on the red carpet.
So, my favorite looks I saw on the red carpet, Chase's purple dress was
Chase
my like
Infinities.
yes, that was one of my favorite outfits of the whole night because it was just I loved the ruffles and like her choker that she was wearing that was like it's kind of like pearls or like something else like gold. Oh my gosh, it was just so pretty and like I loved like the neckline of it too. Like it was just so pretty. That one was one that stood up to me because like I feel like a lot of people this year wore a lot of more like black and white, kind of, with a little bit of pop color, but like she like went like full color and I love
Hmm.
that. I love
And
like full
especially for her
color.
first Oscars. Like,
Yes.
need I remind you, Chase Infinity, for those that don't know, Chase Infinity was in one battle after another this last year. This is her very first movie ever, like first film,
Ember.
everything. And she was up for Best Actress. Like, that is insane to me. She is absolutely a star. She's so cool, so good at what she does. And for this to be her first movie, her first Oscars, her first red carpet, like, girl slayed it.
She
Yeah.
ate down. She ate
Yes,
down.
literally.
That one was definitely my favorite of the looks that I did see. One that really stood out to me when she was I didn't like see it like on the red carpet because I didn't tune in until later. But when she was presenting an award, Anne Hathaway's dress, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, that one was just so
Yeah,
pretty. And
that was one of my favorites too.
I just felt like the whole time I was like watching her like present the award, I was like, oh my gosh, and her dress. Like I
Yes.
loved like the florals and it was just so elegant. And I
Hmm.
just I
Yeah, it was
loved her
a
dress.
black strapless. Oh, it was Valentino. And she just looked so beautiful. Like I swear, she does not age. And of course, her and Anna Wintour, which if you know anything about fashion, you know Anna Wintour is like the fashion icon. They were the two that announced the awards for best hair and makeup and best costumes, which is so iconic. They had this lovely little bit that was promoting The Devil Wears Prada 2 that comes out in May. It was iconic. I loved it. The jokes that this Oscars and the little bits that they all did were so funny and so good. I seriously was obsessed.
It was a really funny night. Like everything that they said was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said that, but that is so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
And then a well naturally one of my favorite guys was Michael B. Jordan because, well, it's Michael B. Jordan. And naturally, like a clean, sleek black tux is just like always gonna do it for me. But then Pedro's a little like ruffle feather
His little
thing.
like like
And the
feathery
shirt.
brooch that he had.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. That was another
And his
look that stood
cutie
out to
little
me.
glasses. I kept seeing
Yes.
so many jokes and tweets about like because Pedro had a fresh, clean shaven face, which is very different because the Pedro we see a lot is like he's got the scruff, he's definitely got the mustache.
Hmm.
But what we haven't seen is that uh Leonardo DiCaprio had a mustache, which is very odd. He never has facial hair. And so it was
Yes.
super, super funny because everybody kept saying that it was like a mustache transplant, that Pedro shaved his mustache and gave it to Leo DiCaprio. I just thought that was so funny because that's kind of the
Yeah,
vibe.
that was just yes. But those are a couple of my favorites from the red carpet.
Yeah. Yeah. I also loved Anne Hathaway's. Like I think hers was definitely one of my top three looks. Um, my all-time favorite look of the whole night was Tiana Taylor's in her
Mm.
Chanel gown. It was gorgeous. It was like sheer and like beaded, and then it was like feathered too. It was all in general just like absolutely awesome. And she was just such a vibe the whole night. Like she was cheering everybody on. At one point, she has Paul Thomas Anderson in a freaking headlock. Like this girl's crazy. You can tell her and Leonardo DiCaprio, they were just kikiing it up in the front row. Like she seriously was so funny and so iconic the whole night. And she ate down. Like she was literally slaying in this gorgeous, gorgeous dress. And then at the Vanity Fair after party, she changed into this like white beaded. Oh my gosh. Like I don't think there's anything that that woman cannot wear. She seriously like every single red carpet this year for all the award shows, she found a way to make every eye on her. Like it doesn't matter what she wears. Also body tea.
Body tea. I was literally gonna say that
Like
body
her
tea.
torso was sheer on her dress and you could see every detail and outline of that you could see every detail and outline of that girl's abs. Like holy smokes, I like
Like gym inspo, like gym bod,
right,
like
like I'm gonna send her to my trainer and be like help me get here, like
help me get here right
right,
now. Like
yeah, drop the routine in the chat babe, literally.
I had a favorite from the Vanity after party. Um, I liked Coleman Domingo's.
Ooh.
Um, so I thought it was just, I don't know, so elegant and just like he's always just so put together
Right,
and
he's a
just
man that like
ugh.
knows how to dress, and he's somebody who really plays into like masculine and feminine features like together, which I really
Mhm,
love to see. Like, don't get me wrong, like you said, I love a sleek black look. Like
mhm,
some of them, like Joel Edgerton or Jacob Elordi, yeah, even Michael B. Jordan, like they're sleek and black and styled. It looks great. Like it a
mhm,
good tailored suit slays and will eat every single time. But it's when somebody knows how to just like throw in something a little different that I absolutely am obsessed with, which gets me into one of my favorite guys' looks was Miles Canton's look. Oh my gosh.
mm,
Also, talk about first Oscar, first movie he's ever been in, and absolutely ate down Slade. His
mhm,
custom Amari, it was like a all burgundy maroon, like layered burgundy tie, burgundy shirt,
so
burgundy
gorgeous.
suit. It was so good. It was perfect. I felt like he really like stepped it up for this award show, and I absolutely loved
Hmm.
it.
Hmm. Yeah.
I also loved my last girl that I loved was Mia Goth. She came at kind of towards the
Mm,
end of the red carpet, and so I almost missed hers, but her look was seriously so gorgeous. It was Dior, and it was very like it was a plunging neckline, but it was like frilly and lacy, and there was like scalloped details
mhm,
on like florals along the bodice. It seriously it was giving like bridal, which is
mhm,
so iconic because Bride of Frankenstein, like that's just the vibe it was giving. But oh my gosh, I swear Everything that
But like
she
every
wears, she eats. Like it's so good. I'm obsessed with Mia Goth. I think that she is a horror icon. She's like one of the scream queens of our generation. She can't do any wrong in my eyes. She's one of my favorite actresses, and to see her in that gown, I was obsessed with it. She's just somebody that has such like bold, striking, kind of like dark features, I guess. Like I think of,
hmm
like a
hmm
Dove Cameron, like people who have very like dark and sharp features,
hmm
wearing this very like frilly and white, innocent, bridal dress. The contrast worked so well.
Yes.
I'm obsessed. I was obsessed.
Yes. I agree heavily.
Now, I fear I have to mention the two best dressed at the Vanity Fair after party. They came, titties out and everything. Did not plan it, yet we're matching Hudson and Connor. Now, I don't know.
Oh, bet at the
No,
same.
literally, like those two popped out for their very first Oscars, very first red carpet. And like 6 months ago, mind you, nobody knew who these motherfuckers were. And now here we are, and they are the icons of the whole night. So Connor did not go to the actual Oscars, but he did get invited to the Vanity Fair after party. I don't know if he was invited to the Oscars and declined or what the situation was. Regardless, he was at the Vanity Fair after party, but Hudson was at the Oscars. The entire time he was on the red carpet, I swear to you, there was a camera on him. Like the amount of content that we got of Hudson at the Oscars and on the red carpet was actually insane. It would be like if you look on the Academy's Instagram, it's like 100K views, 100K views, and then a video of Hudson, 4 million views. Like people were eating it up. It was
Like
so crazy. You could
naturally.
tell that like every single, Cosmopolitan and MTV and Vanity Fair and like everybody that was posting about the Oscars, Entertainment Tonight, they would always put like the first photo would be a picture of Hudson or like a different angle of him
hmm
because they knew that like that's how they would get the views and likes. My
hmm
entire feed was just Hudson, and he had
Yeah.
his little fan because it was so hot, and it was just he was so cute walking
Ugh, he's
around.
so precious.
I know, and I guess during the actual show, he was like crying after the like in memory video, and he cheered so loudly for Sentimental Value because he's a huge Joaquin Trier fan, and it was just I love seeing his little cinephile self get to like live out his dreams like that because that's me too. I just feel like I see so much of myself in him as a little cinephile who like got to like I said, the last 6 months I'm sure have been an absolute whirlwind. The last 3 months for them have been absolutely crazy.
Mhm.
Um, but getting to the Vanity Fair, so Hudson is a Balenciaga ambassador. So on the actual red carpet and at the Vanity Fair after party, he's wearing both Balenciaga. At the on the carpet at the Oscars, he's wearing this like gorgeous black suit, Bulgari jewelry, slayed it down the Boots house down. I was obsessed. But then he comes out in a sheer
Her-
pleated sleeveless top with pleated pants. And the top had this like sheer train, Bulgari jewelry, and his arm candy, his beautiful, beautiful girlfriend. Like, it's
Baddie.
criminal how gorgeous she is.
Baddie.
Like, come on. Your boyfriend 4 months ago, like, was a nobody essentially. Like, there's no lie in that. And now you and your boyfriend are slaying it down on the Vanity Fair carpet. And she's
Like,
wearing this like gorgeous lace tie neck dress, sheer. I mean,
mm,
she was beating out these celebrities who have millions of dollars put into hair and makeup teams, these custom
mhm.
gowns, this jewelry that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Caitlyn is just eating everybody up. Like you would never be able to tell that this was her first red carpet,
Mm-hmm.
or frankly that she's not like a big name celebrity who does this stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She looked so natural. She was so gorgeous. That's all I'll say about her because I know that she doesn't want to be perceived and like she's just trying to live her life. But now on his other arm, this greedy motherfucker, Hudson Williams, had his boyfriend, Connor Story, also in a sheer top. Please, I'm
Like
dead.
need that. Like,
I'm dead. I'm deceased. He has on a YSL brown long sleeve turtleneck sheer,
mm,
brown trousers. He's decked out in Tiffany and Co. and has this like fur shawl on his arm. Oh my gosh, these two absolutely destroyed me. Tell me how you're gonna be two pretty best friends and you're showing up literally matching unplanned in these sheer tops.
like unplanned matching is
It is
insane.
insane. It was crazy. They looked insane. They looked so good.
So good.
I was shocked. Like I'm still eating up all of the Vanity Fair content. They're still posting pictures and videos and stuff and they I will never ever ever be able to get over how awesome they looked and I'm obsessed. And we just got news today. Connor Story, Hudson Williams, Francois Arnault, and Harry Styles all going to be at the Met Gala. All going to be at the Met Gala. Bad Bunny will be there
Okay, ever.
too.
Best
Michael B.
ever.
Jordan will be there too. Like we are being
Like
fed this Met Gala.
that.
Like this Met Gala will be all of their Met Galas. You have my word, and trust me, you will get coverage
Mm-hmm.
because the Met Gala, it's the Oscars, and then the Met Gala. Like
Like,
my two
yeah.
favorite nights.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I also loved our co-hosts of the Vanity Fair. Talk about a lineup.
Yeah,
Talk about a lineup.
no
Brittany
kidding.
Broski.
The three funniest people they
This
could have
is
found on
this
the
is
internet.
Holy Trinity. This is Holy Trinity.
No,
This is
literally,
Holy
the Father,
Trinity.
Son, and the Holy Spirit.
No, like actually, like Brittany Broski, Quinn Blackwell, and Jake Shane. Like, are you kidding me?
And then on the Oscars red carpet, you have Amelia de Moldenberg, who is like, she is one of the
Icon.
funniest people. She just knows how to talk and interview people. She's very similar to like Mary Beth Barone at the Golden
Mm-hmm.
Globes. Just they know what to ask and they know how to talk to people. And then, yes,
Mm-hmm.
the Vanity Fair lineup, those three are three of the funniest, most iconic people. They're so involved online. So you know they know everybody, they
Mm-hmm.
know every reference. Like I was
Oh,
obsessed and so glad that
love
they got to do
them.
that. Like
I love
I just
them.
I
Ugh.
Brittany Broski, I love you so much.
I
I
love
literally
Quinn
love her.
so
Oh,
much.
I've been on the Quinn train. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since the Tyreek Withers and Quinn
Tyreek Withers,
Blackwell YouTube
yes.
video.
Feeding a celebrity,
Oh,
yes.
after that, I locked in and I
So
watched
funny.
so many of her YouTube videos. She's hilarious.
She's just so
Yes.
funny. And she's been on YouTube in all forms of content for so long that she just gets every reference.
Right, right. And those are
Every
just like three
reference.
people that honestly, I don't know. I love when I know that's just stupid, but like I love when an influencer is hosting something like them. I wouldn't necessarily call them influencers, but like a social media personality is hosting them because I feel like they get everything and they're honestly like a real person and they're not these like media outlets who are asking them questions about that everybody else has asked them. You know, like everybody and their
And
mother
asked
is right
every red
is
carpet.
gonna ask, you know, like Chase Infinity what it was like on her first movie set. Like that's not what we want to know. We want to know like if she was stranded on a deserted island, like would she have Tiana Taylor or Leonardo DiCaprio there with her? Like that's what we want to
Naturally.
know.
Like naturally.
Right, right.
Who would you pick? Because
No, that seriously, what I want to know. Okay,
Tiana
so
Taylor.
let's switch over from the outfits of the night and start diving into the awards of the night.
Mhm.
Because let's just say there were some surprising choices. I think I'm not like too in shock by
Hmm.
any of them really. I think this year was a really strong year. We said this before
Hmm.
that like it was a stacked year and a lot of things could have gone to anybody. I mean, you had like
Hmm.
the same like four movies in every single category.
Hmm.
And so I had a feeling that it was going to be a lot of repeats, but there were definitely some things that I wouldn't have chosen
Hmm.
and some
I
stuff that
definitely,
I would have,
yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I wasn't surprised though with
Right. It
what
it
took the
made
sweep.
it made sense.
Mhm.
So we'll get into it.
We'll dive right in.
We'll dive right in. Now I have my letterboxed ballot that I filled out. I'm not going to get into some of the other awards like the shorts or the documentaries. I'm just going to stick to the main ones that we talked about on our previous episode. So let's start off by jumping straight in, and we're going to go hair and makeup and costume design. Both of those awards went to the same movie that we both said they were going to go to, Frankenstein, which is just like there was no other choice I think for really either of them. Like maybe costume and design could have gone to Sinners or Hamnet. I think that that was also another like strong choice, but to me it was Frankenstein no matter what. That movie was seriously like iconic. The costumes alone, sorry, I burped. The costumes alone, the way Mia Goth looked in those costumes was unreal. And then it took like 16 hours for the makeup team to get Jacob Elordi into the monster, the creature's outfit or, you know, body or whatever.
Insane.
Insane that he had to spend 16 hours alone
Hours.
before even shooting just to get into that. Insane. And I loved seeing how excited Jacob would get for them to win, like for both the costume designers and then the hair and makeup stylist, how excited he got for them because you know that like he's supporting them fully. Like he probably got so close with them sitting there with, I wonder
Mhm.
like on a movie set how close they actually get with all of the like tech people in that way. But you could
Mhm.
I mean if you're sitting in a chair with somebody for 16 hours, like you're definitely kikiing on some good stuff, I'm
You're
sure.
gonna talk and you're gonna
Right.
talk. It's not like you're just gonna sit there like on your phone or like,
Which
doing something else. You're
I'm sure
gonna
that there's
talk.
people that do. Like I full well
Yeah.
know that there's probably some A-list celebrities who don't care at all. But yeah,
Hmm.
I'm so happy that Frankenstein won those two because I think that they were so incredibly deserving.
I'm glad it
Okay.
got the recognition it deserved there.
Oh, agreed. Agreed. Let's see. The other one that Frankenstein got that I wasn't surprised Frankenstein got this one at all. It made sense. I We both wanted Hamnet, or at least I wanted Hamnet for the production design,
Hmm.
but Frankenstein took production design, which is totally okay, um, for like those that need a little reminder, production design is like immersive world building, the visuals and the mood of the character strengthen like the film's story. That's kind of what production design is. So to me, again, you have Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners, which is like the top five movies that were basically involved in everything this year. And
Hmm.
Frankenstein, seriously, like deserved it. I thought Hamnet, but I think it was a seriously like a neck and neck for me. I'm
Hmm.
happy with the fact that Frankenstein took that one because I think that it's understandable in matches.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so next we have the sound went to F1, which is what we said. We knew that it was going to go to F1. Um, we said that we hoped that the score went to Sinners. Ludwig, I don't know how to say his last name. I'm gonna call him Ludwig G. Um, he is Ryan Coogler's like best friend. They met in college, and he's his like best friend. He writes all of the scores for him for every project that he does. And he actually won, this is his third Oscar that he's won with Ryan Coogler. So in 2019, he won Best Original Score for Black Panther. In 2024, he wasn't with Ryan Coogler for this one, but he won Best Original Score for Oppenheimer. And then in 2026, he's won for Sinners, which is just super, super cool. And like to put this into perspective for any like film people out there, he has more Oscars than Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
Like that's
Like
insane.
that's
Hans
crazy.
Hans Zimmer is like the score writer of all score writers. Like to me, Hans Zimmer is everything. I'm
You hear
obsessed.
Hans Zimmer, you think of Interstellar, and Interstellar
Right.
is known for that score.
Interstellar and Inception, like Christopher
Mhm.
Nolan and Hans Zimmer are like Kiki in all ways, you know? And so yeah, it's insane. I think it was absolutely super, super cool that he won that. And deserved, totally deserved. Now, when it comes to music, original song, we wanted I Lied to You to win from Sinners, but it was given to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. Now, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Golden, great song.
Love.
I love Golden. I love that K-pop and Korean art is getting celebrated because I think it deserves to be celebrated. And
Hmm.
I loved hearing the speech of the writers and the producers and the singers from Golden. I loved seeing how happy they were, even though let's clock the T that the Oscars
Yeah.
cut off one of the guys who started his speech and started turned off the lights and started retracting the microphone, which is extremely effed up if you ask me.
They did that multiple times throughout the night for
Right.
multiple different
Like
people too. So
it was absolutely ridiculous, especially when they gave freaking Adrian Brody a 6 minute speech last year, who and he did not deserve to win that award. Sorry, I'll say it. They gave him a 6 minute speech, and yet you can't let everybody who just won the Oscar give their little spiel and thank who they want to thank.
mhm,
Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm I wanted I Lied to You to win, but Golden has been sweeping
mhm,
all the other award shows, so it didn't necessarily surprise me that Golden
mhm,
won. Again, I think that it was going to be between Golden or I Lied to You.
mhm.
I don't believe that anything else was going to win
Yeah.
in that category.
Yep.
So I'm okay with the fact that Golden won. I just kind of wish it was I Lied to You because that song is iconic, and the performance of it. While we're on the topic, they recreated the juke joint scene on stage, and Miles
So
Ken, in
good.
his beautiful voice,
Mm.
godlike, beautiful, angelic voice, performed it for everybody.
So good.
It was so, so stinking good. There were so many icons up there. Shabuzi was singing.
Hmm.
It was seriously ridiculous. And like Misty Copeland, who is a ballerina legend, came out of retirement
Just had
to
a,
perform.
mind you, just had a hip replacement.
Right. She came and performed right in front of Timothy Chalamet after he just said some words about how ballet and opera are dying. Ugh.
And naturally, that's why you walked away with nothing.
Well, spoiler alert. But yeah,
Mm.
if for those that don't know, Misty Copeland is like a ballerina icon. She's like the first principal dancer, black principal dancer um, at the American Ballet. And it's just like, oh, she's so cool. Literally so cool.
That's freaking awesome. It was
Yeah.
such a good performance.
Yeah, it really was. I was obsessed with it. So, okay, so moving on, we had visual effects went to Sinners, which like, of course, I'm glad that it went to Sinners. We had down Avatar. Oh no, wait, it did not go to Sinners. It went to Avatar, didn't it? I
Hmm.
keep getting them mixed up because I have like it marked in pen what won and then highlighted what I wanted. So I'm not even gonna mention
Mm.
it. Let me go back. Okay. Next up we have the adapted screenplay and then the original screenplay winners. So for adapted screenplay, we wanted Hamnet to win. One Battle After Another did take that win. So I guess that's fine. I liked One Battle After Another. I think that a lot
I
of
did
like
too. So it's like
you're
I can't be like too
I
upset.
know you guys are gonna see like kind of a trend. One Battle After Another, they did win the majority of the awards. Um, and a lot of people are mad about it and are claiming that it was a bad movie. And it wasn't. I would it would be wrong of me to sit here and tell you that One Battle After Another is a bad movie and didn't deserve the awards that it won. It was a
Mhm.
great movie. It was phenomenal. The story, the cinematography, everything about it, it 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 was great. I loved it. I just I loved other films more. You know, I loved Hamnet more. I loved Sinners more. I loved Frankenstein more. And so I think that I
I love
wished
Begonia more.
right, like I I I didn't not like One Battle After Another. There
Mhm.
was just some that I liked a little bit more, you know?
Mhm.
Um, so that one adapted screenplay. And then original screenplay went to Sinners, eh, which is like what we wanted and was deserved. So
Mhm.
very, very
Agreed.
happy about that. Um, in addition to original screenplay, cinematography went to Sinners, which I mean, very happy about. Don't, this isn't me saying I'm not happy about that. I really wanted Train Dreams to take cinematography because it's taken cinematography at the other award shows. And Train Dreams visually, of the 10 Best Picture nominees, to me, Train Dreams visually was the best one. But I think when you get down to how Sinners was shot and the type of camera that was used and the sweeps and the different styles to get that like split screen type shot, I think when you see the effort and the performance by the cinematographer, that is why I think Sinners took it, which rightfully so. And let's talk about how Autumn Arkapow, who is the cinematographer, she is the first woman and the first woman of color to win Best Cinematographer, which is just insane. Like she is a rock star. It's so cool. And she, of course, like I feel like every year there's always somebody who kind of gives like a woman empowerment type speech when they go and thank
Mhm.
everybody. And that was hers. And she was just like, every woman in here stand up. And it made me tear up because I was like, I think that when you think of like the tech side of movies, you think of men a lot, unless it has to do with like,
Mhm.
costumes and makeup and stuff like that. And so to
Mhm.
see a woman win an award um, for a movie like Sinners, being a part of it and being the cinematographer for it is like super awesome to see. I was
Mhm.
obsessed. I'm so happy that Sinners won that.
I loved her speech too, and I loved when Ryan brought down her son so he could
Yes. Oh my
hear the speech.
gosh. Her
Oh,
you
that was
It panned to the
precious.
audience and you literally see Ryan Coogler with her son on his shoulder, like sprinting down the aisles. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Oh, it deserved. So happy that
it was
yes.
just like a testament to that. One, women can do anything, and two, just because women want to have children doesn't mean that they have to step away from their career either.
Yeah. Our brand new category this year was casting, which I was so excited about. No matter who won, it was going to be monumental and super, super exciting because obviously you are the first person to win this award. We
Mhm.
thought Marty Supreme, which it was just kind of stacked,
Mhm.
or Sinners, both we thought like,
Mhm.
perfectly placed people. But what did take the cake is One Battle After Another, which is totally fine. Also,
Mhm.
a really awesome cast, which is just such a cool thing. And I'm really glad that casting was a part of this year's Oscars specifically because we had so many brand new faces to the film industry, like Miles Canton,
Diversity.
right? Miles Canton and Chase Infinity, like people who these are their first films ever.
Mhm.
Even like smaller, younger artists. Even when you go into like both Jacoby Boys or Jupe Boys, Jacoby Jupe and Noah Jupe in Hamnet, and
Mhm.
then in Marty Supreme, like Odessa Zion, who is like not new to the world, but is still
Has
growing pretty
been in
quickly.
smaller
Right.
roles.
And so I think that like having that in this year was super important. And One Battle After Another's casting director was a woman, so the fact that the first winner of this award ever goes to a woman, very happy for her to set the stream. Yeah, so super awesome. I'm super happy that we got that one this year. And it went to one battle after another, which I think is totally okay. I'm not upset about
It's
it.
a great new addition. I
Yeah.
love that addition of
I'm really excited
an
to
award.
see where that category goes in the future and like what other films get placed up into that.
Ugh, queen.
Okay, so then we got directing and film editing both went to one battle after another. I also learned that Maya Rudolph and Paul Thomas Anderson are together.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
my B-Day twin, my B-Day
Like
twin.
that really surprised me. It's
Hmm.
crazy. Like you just don't even know that some of these celebrities are like married or whatever. Well, I don't think they're married, but together. Um, and then film editing then went to one battle after another, which makes sense. If you've seen the film, you know that it's a super cool film. I mean, we both wanted Sinners, but I think you have Sinners, Marty Supreme, F1, One Battle After Another, and Sentimental Value, all films that I saw and I fully think could have taken that. But yeah, ultimately it did go to One Battle After Another. Okay, and then the last few we'll pop into is actress in a supporting role and actor in a supporting role. So actress in a supporting role, we both wanted Tiana Taylor or Wumi Musaku, but it went to Amy Madigan, which I'm like happy about. Again, we keep
Hmm.
saying this, but like this, each category was so stacked this year. Um,
Hmm.
and I just loved seeing horror get praised this year
Hmm.
because horror is traditionally ignored in anything award season. And I feel like
Hmm.
this was the year for horror. Like Amy Madigan, she is one of the very, very few women to win an Oscar for her performance in a horror movie. I'm pretty sure she's now like the fifth one. I want to say it's like I know Jodie Foster's in there for Silence of the Lambs. I think
Hmm.
Kathy Bates is one of them. Natalie Portman I know is one of them for Black Swan. And then I it's Rosemary's Baby is what she won the award for, but I can't think of her name. I think it's Ruth something. But yeah, so Amy Madigan is the fifth one, and she's just so funny when she speaks. She just is a very like bubbly,
Hmm.
she's a funny character, and so I was
Which is
obsessed
nothing like her character in the
like
movie.
Gladys. Yeah. So I'm really happy that she won for Weapons because I love seeing horror win. Um, it wasn't my first choice, but again,
Hmm.
I'm not upset with the win, and I'm not honestly surprised by it too, because she just came off winning at I believe it was the actor awards is what she won, actor in a supporting role. So she was kind of coming off of that win. I think it was kind of expected too. So
Hmm. Yeah.
and then actor in a supporting role. We were really feeling Jacob Elordi or Delroy Lindo, both who have won at other award shows. But unfortunately, this is probably the one that I'm like the most mad about, or like most just don't think that this was the right call. This went to Sean Penn, and I'm not degrading his performance at all. He did a great job. Again, everybody, all of them did great. But Sean Penn didn't even have the audacity to show up
Like, how are you going to be nominated for one of the most prestigious awards
and not show up.
and
Which
not
I'm like,
go?
okay, the only thing that I can think of is he's working on something. That has to
Hmm.
be it. Like to me, that's the only excusable reason is if you're like working on a project, which I'm like, you can't take the night off, or you're doing some like crazy humanitarian thing. I saw something
Or
that
it's
said
like an emergency or something. Like,
I saw something that said that he was in Ukraine and was working
oh,
in like humanitarian products in Ukraine. That was in an Instagram comment section. Don't believe me.
take that with a grain of
I
salt.
don't know if that's true or not. But he also wasn't at the actor awards too, where he won actor in a supporting role at the actor awards. So I don't
Hmm.
know. I'm a little confused why he wasn't there. And it was so funny. Kieran Culkin was like, he's the one who presented him the award, and he was like, "Well, Sean Penn's not here, whether or something about like or he doesn't want to be here, so I'm gonna accept this award on his behalf, which is just so
That was
funny.
so
I'm so glad
funny.
that it got called out though, but yeah,
Same.
it was something that I like didn't think that he deserved. Not deserved. I didn't think that he was gonna win the award, and then he
Hmm.
did, and he wasn't even there to accept it.
Hmm.
So just
Yeah.
left a bad taste in my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh. I wish Del Rey would have won.
I know. Okay, so now we can get into actress in a leading role and actor in a leading role. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Well, let's get into Miss Broomstick. Miss, she's cleaning up, the cleaning lady, the sweep of the century. Okay, 5 awards. Okay, yeah, she got all
Count them.
5. She got the SAG-AFTRA award. She got the Golden Globe. She got the BAFTA. She got the Critics' Choice, and my girl, Jessie Buckley, took home the Oscar. 5. She got all 5. Insane.
Like, wow.
Literally insane.
Like
I'm pretty sure
Taos.
there's only been like 3 or 4 other people women who've ever done that before, which is literally like nuts. And you know what? She is so iconic. Like I'm obsessed with her. I love her energy. I'm obsessed with her in Hamnet. She did a ridiculously amazing job. Hamnet is now streaming on Peacock, so all you bitches better get over to Peacock after you're done listening to this and watch Hamnet. I'm looking at you, Ava. Go watch Hamnet. It was unreal. And as soon as you watch it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it wasn't even a competition with everybody else. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. I feel like I keep saying that. Let me be clear. Emma Stone and Bulgonia did a great job. I
My queen.
loved Renate in Sentimental Value. I watched Sentimental Value this past weekend and loved it. Like to get into that, it was great. It really was amazing. I loved Rose Byrne, and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I think that movie should have gotten more recognition. I did not see a song Blue. Don't come for me. I really don't know how Kate Hudson got nominated for that, but I'm sure it was a great performance. But yeah, I actually insane, and she was a step above everybody else. Like everybody else was here, like they set the bar high, but still Jessie Buckley, she just took over every single time. Like I was so happy that she won that award.
Hmm.
Now, I was even more happy that actor in a leading role took home his award. The winner
Michael B. Jordan.
was Michael B. Jordan. Which, like, come on now. Come on now.
like,
Michael
like
B,
stand up.
Michael A, Michael C, Michael D, Michael E. All of the Michaels.
Like
Like,
stand up. Like please stand
Michael
up. Like
B.
please stand up.
Jordan,
Like ugh.
so deserving. Literally, that award was not going to go to anyone else besides him. And if it was, you were going to catch a
Riot.
riot. It was not going to be good. But they picked the right person for that award. I mean, he embodied 2 characters. And that's what a lot of people were saying. Like he played 2 characters. He played two
Two
characters.
completely different personalities,
Right.
though.
That's like, it's hard to do that. And I think when you get down into the gritty details of like, there's an interview where Wumi Masaku is talking about how like one of the brothers has dimples and the other one does not. Like the subtle changes in the walk and the way that they talk and how they hold
He wore
themselves.
smaller shoes for one of
Yes,
the
like
brothers than the other.
the effort that he put in for Sinners was unreal, and I'm so
Mhm.
so 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 grateful that he it paid off and he got that award. I
Mhm.
It's ridiculously deserving, and I'm actually in shock and in awe. Like
Such a good movie.
nuts.
And, ugh,
I loved it.
love it.
Finally,
Jinx. Jinx.
finally, Best Picture. Now let me remind you of everything. Best Picture. We had Bulgonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Now, on the night of the Oscars, I had completed 10 out of 10 and watched all of those. I personally believed that it should have gone to Sinners. That's what we thought. That's what we wanted. The winner was one battle after another, which is what we thought was going to happen. We both
Mm-hmm.
agreed that, like, while we wanted Sinners, we knew there's
Mm-hmm.
always a film that is like
The Academy loves
the Academy
like
loves,
the
and
Academy loves.
like in for some years it's like makes sense. Like Oppenheimer, made sense.
Mhm.
Emilia Perez, The Brutalist, 6-7. But I just like I I think that One Battle After Another was that film this year where the
Mm-hmm.
Academy just loved it. And it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. I mean, it was a great film. It's a prestigious cast, a prestigious director.
Mm-hmm.
It has all of the recipe and the ingredients to be the film that the Academy loves. So it makes sense that it won. I just wish it would have Sinners, you know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
Hamnet. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do my Hamnet like that. But what I was gonna say is that the Oscars are ranked choice voting. So if you don't know how that works, it's like everybody puts in their like number one choice, and there's like it has to get to a certain number of votes for it to win, basically. So say that like one battle after another gets 10, and then you know Marty Supreme or Sinners gets 9, and Marty Supreme gets 8, and Hamnet gets 7, or something like that. And then everything else gets like 1 or 2 or 3. Well, then the ones that have the least amount, their votes get redistributed to like the second choice votes. So then their votes become like, maybe 3 more for one battle after another, maybe 2 more for Sinners, maybe 1 more for Hamnet. And then from there, the ones that have the least amount, those votes get redistributed until one of them become the winner. So there's usually one that's like the critic's choice, which is one battle after another, and then there's one that's like the audience's choice, and then there's always one that's kind of like the underdog one that might win. So I think that that's kind of why, like last year, Honora won for Best Picture, which a lot of people were kind of surprised by. I wasn't. I loved Honora. I thought it was amazing.
It's a
I
good
thought it
movie.
was 100% deserving.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's kind of how like some of those that you kind of like question each year, like what? Why? How did that win? When
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. So that's kind of how that works, and why I think that one battle after another won, because it got so much of the critics recognition
Mm-hmm.
to begin with, and so yeah, I was really hoping for kind of like a Moonlight La La Land situation, and then being like, oh no, Sinners, it was actually you guys won, but did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you might have noticed there was a film we didn't mention at all.
That we thought
Was
would
gonna take home
win.
some cake, and might I clock? Maybe 3 weeks before the Oscars, I had texted Ava, oh, "This film's gonna sweep."
Because like when I tell you my algorithm was Marty Supreme, like Marty Supreme Christmas Day,
Marty Supreme Christmas Day, and we've been
in
saying that.
February.
Like we've been saying that. We saw Marty Supreme, and we both were like, "Oh yeah, locked in." Like this is that film.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like she is that girl. She is that bitch. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was so confident in Marty Supreme.
And at least getting something. And at least getting
Right.
something.
And it did not anything. And now
Mm-hmm.
I some may chalk it up to the fact that it's what Timothy Chalamet said before, the Oscars, which if for those that don't know is Timothy Chalamet said in an interview, it was like a town hall with Matthew McConaughey, was that he doesn't want film to die and become like one of these dying arts like opera or ballet that people don't care about. I wasn't going to get into this on here, but since we're here, my personal views and opinions on it are that what he said was wrong, fucked up, not cool. Like, he shouldn't have said that. I don't necessarily believe in my heart of hearts that's what he meant. I think that he didn't mean that he doesn't care about ballet. an opera. I think he means that society doesn't care, and they are dying arts. Um, People can see them as dying arts. They or that he just doesn't want film to lose its popularity like these traditional art forms have. I don't think anybody thinks what he said was wrong. I don't necessarily think they're dead, but I think it's not a secret that these arts aren't getting the funding and the recognition that they deserve, you know? But on the
But it's
other
also
hand,
like, why
why
has he
wouldn't
not said
right,
anything
why would he
now?
not just apologize or come out and say something
Mhm.
about it? That's what's
Mhm.
like hooking me and getting,
You're just letting the
I'm
jokes
getting
keep
caught up.
rolling,
Right.
like,
That I mean, yeah, like every
because the
other
jokes at the Oscars were like, one battle after another right at him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, literally, like and so I don't know. Like I said, it was the most Marty Supreme thing that could have happened to Marty
yeah,
Supreme was that this guy goes for it all, says some shit he shouldn't, and then loses everything.
this is everything. Wait, was this intentional?
It's kind of giving like Marty Supreme sequel. No, I'm just kidding. Was this like
Oh
was
no.
this more like
Like, is this
advertising?
play about us? Like, is
No,
this play
literally.
about us? Like,
Yeah, so I don't know, we'll see. I know that they just announced Dune 3 and they released that trailer today, so hopefully Timothy Chalamet takes some time to think about and all this and gets back to his gay and or sad boy roots where he thrives. So,
I, in my opinion, was really upset that Begonia didn't get anything because I
yeah.
really enjoyed that movie. I was, which I'm happy that Sinners won score.
Yeah.
I was really happy about that, but I think I really wish Begonia would have been like the underdog taker for that
Yeah.
one. Ugh, it was such a good movie that it just, I don't know. I think it just got a little snubbed and a little, overlooked,
I
but
think it's hard when you have a movie like that that
compared
is
to a movie
so
like One
good,
Battle After
right?
Another.
That comes in a year of such a stacked year.
Mhm.
Same with like a lot of these movies, even like Sentimental Value, Train Dreams, like A Secret Agent, all of these movies came at the wrong time because it's like you're putting tens up against tens.
Mhm.
So there's gonna be a winner every single time, but it's like last year to me it was like fours going up like sevens up against sevens, and yet there's fours are winning and sevens are losing, and
Amelia
the
Perez.
the 110 that should have won Sing Sing didn't win. Like, oh my gosh, like last year's Oscars
Amelia.
seriously pissed me off. Like, I will not get into that
Amelia.
because y'all do not want to hear me talk about last year's Oscars. Like, that shit pissed me off.
Your audio cut